Can you please introduce yourself?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I am Eleonora Gargiulo, the CEO and founder of WHERE, that is my startup. We call WHERE as the Ways for Women's Safety, because WHERE is an app in which each woman can put the information about the safety of the roads, of the streets in the city, and then they could see the data about the streets, about the safety of the streets, and they could also navigate using our navigation tool. So that's the topic of WHERE. But about myself, before founding WHERE, I am a psychologist. I worked for 4 years in a big Italian telco company in an innovation team with different people from different education. And I was in charge for the user experience design of innovation tools, of innovation service. And then I founded WHERE with my co-founder Andrea, that is the CTO, so the technical guy, because we want to put our experience in the ICT to a social change, a social impact goal. So that's why we focus on the safety perception for women. And okay, now I'm the CEO of WHERE, so all my working time is dedicated completely to WHERE.
Yeah. Tell us about your company.
Okay. So WHERE is a startup, is a very small company. We started in 2, so me and my co-founder Andrea, and then we go through our our acceleration program in social impact here in Torino. And we gather our first money, our first funding, and so we are now 5 people, and the company is mainly based in 2 assets. That is the IT asset, so we have the IT team and the marketing team, because WHERE is an app, but we have also our brand and our community to communicate our impact goals. So we have WHERE like an app, but we have the warriors too, our users. And so my company is a very small company of 4 or 5 people. I'm the CEO, so that means that I'm in charge for, I don't know, for the execution plan, for the hiring people, for put people together to do the better job, and so for the cash flow. So that's my company, a lovely company.
Well, what's the need you decide to take into consideration for your project, and what solution did you decide to adopt?
Okay. We decided to focus on a specific need, that is a need for women specifically. Because especially in metropolitan cities, especially during the night, data shows that female women has a different perception of safety. For example, is the data from the Italian institution statistical data shows that one woman out of 3, instead of 1 man out of 12, is afraid to walk alone in the streets. So that's a big difference in the perception, and that's why we want to focus on the female target. And the solution we came up is an app that is free for users, so completely free, because we want to reach all the women in the world, to give them the information about safety in the streets. How much is safe these streets if I walk in the day or in the night? So basically, you can download the app and you can put your information about the illumination, the crowdedness of the streets, and your personal app device, because you can suggest to other women if you are free to go there or not. And then we collect all this data in our algorithm, and then we show the data aggregated in a range of a street. So you can go to the map and see, Via Roma is safe in the night because we have seats, like balloon in a light traffic light colors. So we have the green color, the yellow color, and the red color to explain if the streets is safe or not. So this is our solution, because we want to focus not on the emergency call, but on prevention. So in the opinion to have the preventive information, if you want to go in a new city, for example, if you want to buy a new home, so it's a kind of preventive information. So if you have the right information, you can do your decision. That's our main idea.
Yeah. What response did you receive by local institutions?
Okay, for us, local institution and stakeholders means a lot of things, because it's basically a service for consumers. So it's basically our first interlocution is with our warriors. So they are our main topic, our main focus. But as soon as we did our first event here in Torino, it's an event to go through the streets and map the city. We decided to do that event according with local institutions that are the Association for Female Prevention and the Department of Equal Opportunities here in Torino. We do the same in Bologna. They put us in a press. Ok, sì, non mi sono sbagliata. Okay. So we worked with the Equal Opportunity Department in Torino and in Bologna too. And for us, the local institutions are also the universities, because at the moment we have 3 partnerships with the Cattolica University in Milano, with the Erasmus Student Network, that is the association for Erasmus, and with the Federico II in Naples for the civil engineer course, because they want to use our data to do a research about the walkability, the streets walkability in Naples. So for us it's very interesting, because our data can be used for decision makers. That we know universities are the first one to build a new perspective in the data usability, in the data information. So for us it's very important to speak with the local institutions.
What are your sustainability model?
So that's our best question. Yeah, because our sustainability model is based on the fact that is a free tool for users. So where as a startup always think on new financial opportunities. That's why we have partners from finance market, from finance side. Our dream is the exit for a startup. Is the exit, and we want to do a big exit with a big corporate internationally, because we want this product go through all the people in the world. So, like for example, our dream is to sell our product to Google Maps, because we want to add the safest route instead of the shortest one that we have now on Google Maps. In the meantime, that we have to sustain our business, we have two kind of revenue models that are the advertising in app. We don't put now the advertising because we believe a lot in our warriors, and we don't want to do this type of marketing now. But we have evidence from our partners of a meaningful advertisement for our warriors. And the other part is on the tech product, because our data, our API can integrate in other services that use the map. Like for example, we spoke with Car2Go like for I do an example to indicate to women target of Car2Go where the pink cars are parked. So that is an example of API integration revenue model that we want to go through.
Tell us more about where.
Okay, where is my life? Bro, where is my life? It's the biggest professional. It's my biggest professional experience until today. For me, it's like a dream that become real because I studied psychology. And then I moved through the innovation and ICT in my work experience. So where for me it's a dream, because I put together the social research, the social impact with my expertise in ICT project. So for me it's a big realization personally. But where it's wants to go through two big social impact goals. I mean, for user side, we measure, for example, how change their daily life if they have information, instead of if they don't have this type of information. So how they have better decision to move around in the city in the night, or to decide to study in a city in which neighbor instead of another. So for us, as an impact on their daily life. And from the other side, and that's why we want to go through partnerships with local institutions, are the decision makers, because this data we know that could be very useful to take right decision for citizens, because women are the 52% of the global population, so have their perspective on safety is very important. Also because we have a big gender data gap globally, and this is not a discrimination, but generally male data are considered universal. No, I want to explain you an example, because there is online a very interesting link. If you can Google who maps the world, and this article shows that in the most important tool for maps that we have, that is called OpenStreetMap, and we can and where all the data that we see on our maps today, on Google Maps, on Waze, on all these tools, is made by this tool that is called OpenStreetMap. 95% of the OpenStreetMappers are male, just 5% are female. Why? Because the white male are generally engineer, are generally scientists. So that's why we have this gender data gap, because just male insert data on our map. So we want to go through this revolution to have only data from female perspective. So that's why we want to create this big impact in where.